I also want to hear what my doctors say, because I think that's important. I also trust in what the man upstairs has to say. Hey friends, Sarah here. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a Q&A because I haven't done one in a long time, and a lot of you guys have been asking some questions I feel that I need to answer, or to just kind of, I guess, go over again. I notice, like, as vloggers, we sometimes have to do that because you get new people on your channel who just aren't as familiar, and some of these questions have been answered in previous videos, but they might go all the way back. So today's videos are really pertaining to, I guess, more like my tubal reversal, length of time took to conceive, stuff like that. So I'm not going to waste too much time because I don't want this video to be extra long, so I'm just going to jump right into it. I do want to say though, before I get started, if you're new here, definitely hit that subscribe button so you can get all of my latest videos and you can see what I'm all about. Also, you can hit the like button to show a little bit of love and support, and don't hesitate to leave a comment down in the comment section because I do like to respond to them all as much as I can, as often as I can. So let's get on with the video. So one of the questions that I do get asked often is how long it took for me to conceive this time around, because I know a lot of you guys have been watching my pregnancy journey, my TTC journey, and like seeing how long I've been taking these pregnancy tests month after month after month to see if I'm pregnant. So I technically have been trying since December of 2019, because that's when our daughter turned 1, and hubby and I at that point, we knew we wanted to have more kids, so we're like, okay, she turned 1, we don't know how long it's going to take us to conceive, because, you know, I've had my tubes reversed and it didn't take long the first time, but we're just like, okay, perhaps we don't know how long it's going to take. And either way, if I got pregnant now, by the time I had the baby, she would be like 2. It didn't happen for a long time. Oh, sorry, I got my dates mixed up. I meant 2018. So we started trying in 2018, and then we went through all of 2019 where nothing happened. I think I may have had 2 chemicals somewhere in there. I knew I had one for sure. The other one was like questionable, but I think it was one, and it was, you know, heart-wrenching because it's something that's really desired, something that you really, really want, but at the same time I was being patient because I had a baby, I had a toddler, you know, I mean, she was still a baby at 1, but I had her to keep me preoccupied. I was just testing and sharing my journey with you guys, and so it didn't happen all the way until now in March. That I'm finding out that I'm pregnant. So that was December. So December when we started trying, it was like casual because it was like in the middle of the month, so it wasn't anything hardcore. Didn't use any OPK strips or anything like that. And January, we were still trying, but I don't think I started using anything then. I think I added like the OPK strips and stuff in February, and then, you know, took it a little bit more seriously from then. Mind you, I was breastfeeding all the way until I think July or August of 2019. So even though I was TTCing, I was still breastfeeding, and I don't think that was helping me. I stopped breastfeeding in August, and then from August till now is when it took me to conceive. So it took about 15 months to conceive, but I can't say I can count all those months as conceiving, as trying, when some months I tried, others I didn't. Some I was breastfeeding for more than half that time, and yeah, here we are. The next question is, how long did it take to conceive after having a tubal reversal? So I mean, this is going to be I'm on my 2nd pregnancy after a tubal reversal. I have this, you know, I have 4 kids, but I had my 3 girls before having my tubes reversed, and then I had 1 daughter after having my tubes reversed. When I had my tubes reversed, the doctor stated to just wait for 2 months, that you had to wait for 2 months before trying. I had to get an HSG done, I think a month after, to ensure that my tube was open. And yeah, after the 2 months was done, I went and tried, and I conceived right away. The first one ended in a chemical pregnancy, and then the next one, is when I got pregnant. So I got pregnant right away, pretty much like the first try, and then the second try, it really worked. Now, I think it may have just been breastfeeding that was hindering me the second time around as to why it took so long. Because when I did my HSG, everything was clear. They said everything was working fine. So I just think my body was doing so much with nursing that it needed time to do its thing. The next question is, how many pregnancies have I had after my tubal reversal? After my tubal reversal, and like I just said, 2. Unless I'm counting what I consider chemical pregnancies, I mean, those were there, but in terms of like pregnancy, that's gone on to, you know, my first, I had my daughter and I'm pregnant now. Someone asked, how many kids do I want? Or no, someone first asked, how many kids do I have? I just explained that I have 4 children, and now I'm pregnant with baby number 5. And then the next person asked, how many kids do I want? That's a tough one, because when I had my first 3 children, I thought 3 was enough. I was like, oh, I'm done. And my heart was so open to having more. And I know that ache of it being like, when I thought I was done and in that place, and my heart just ached, it yearned to have more children. I'm so thankful for the opportunity to be where I'm at, to have more children. And so I have had the one, and you know, one after having a tubal reversal, and that was what hubby and I were reaching for. We're like, oh, if we could just have one more. And then after we had her, we were immediately already on the same page with knowing that we wanted to get her a playmate. And my eldest is 16. Like, seriously, in the next 2 to 3 years, she would be off to like university and stuff. So like, it's just so hard to gauge, because what feels like so many kids is also still a little different as they're growing and branching out of your home. We're not there yet, and I'm not pushing for it, but it's just a different thing, because they're off and they're busy and they're out and they're doing their own thing. So I can't say, but I also know that I do have restrictions, because with me having had 4 C-sections, my health is also important. So I think that's my main concern, is would a doctor approve of me to have another one? I know after having my 4th, after having my tubes untied, like nothing was said, and I went on to have my 4th. And then after having my 4th, my doctor knew I wanted to have another one, and he's like, oh yeah, well, you can start trying after 6 weeks. So that was really good to have the go ahead, and there wasn't too much issue. There was scar tissue the last time when they were doing my C-section. They said it took a little bit longer because of all the scar tissue from all my previous C-section, but outside of that, like, I don't know. So I guess I feel like my answer is so long-winded, but I really just don't know. I don't want to say I'm done. I would be done after this. I don't know. But I also want to hear what my doctors say, because I think that's important. I also trust in what the man upstairs has to say, because he's been so good to me, and he knows my heart, and I trust in him that he knows what's best for me. So if my heart is yearning and he's saying yes, and the doctors are saying the same, I might venture down there. But if, you know, he's saying no, I can't do anything about that. And if the doctors are saying no, I'm going to take that as like a sign that it probably shouldn't go back there. So I don't know. I will have to revisit this question in another time. Right now I'm focusing on little Bean that is growing, and I just can't wait to go and see him or her wiggle and move, so I know everything is going well. Someone also asked if this is my second pregnancy after my tummy tuck. I did go ahead and answer them on the platform, but I also wanted to answer it here just in case someone else was thinking the same thing. So after having my first 3 kids, I had recti diastasis and went ahead and had a tummy tuck to correct that. And then here I am. I've had a tubal reversal, that I had a baby, and I had another C-section, and now I'm pregnant and will have to have another C-section. So they were curious to know if if this is my second pregnancy after my tummy tuck, and yes, it is. I don't have any symptoms or anything of that sort from my tummy tuck, so because that was so long ago, it was 10 years ago. My body's actually adjusted back and forth and back and forth, but overall, like, my stomach muscles are still there. I just need to work to get rid of the little fat, but now I'm pregnant, so like I can't do that either. I gotta wait till we're done, and I'm okay with that. I'm cool. I think that's pretty much the questions that I did get from these are 6 questions. It's a good time frame too. If you guys have any further questions, leave it down below, because I will do it in the form of a Q&A. I will gladly answer your questions. Also, I did see someone in here, they said that they had a tubal reversal and they gave up after 10 months of trying. And I mean, they said they'd sign up for cosmetology school and then they're focusing on them. So let's see if they basically gave up on trying. I mean, to each their own. If that's a decision you're okay with making, that's cool, that's perfect, that's awesome. But if you have a tubal reversal and you really want to go on to try to have a baby, you just have to be patient. We don't know why it takes some people so long and why it happens so quickly for others, but just don't give up, especially when you pay so much money. Like, it's hard, I know it's hard, but you don't want to be, but I totally can love and respect her response to it, because I just hope she didn't give up. But I can totally respect where she's coming from, because you don't want to be so hung up on this dream that may never happen. But at the same time, I'm just saying, like, you don't have to completely give up hope on your dream. Sometimes we just have to alter ourselves to make sure we're not getting caught up. So it's good to distract yourself. It's good to do other things and do what you need to do. But it's also good to possibly have faith and to continue to pray about it and to trust that it will happen. I know it's hard, easier said than done, but even months and months ago, for the longest time, I even said to my hubby, I'm like, I don't think it's gonna happen. Like, I just don't. And because we've never tried that long, I've been one of those people where I literally just think I want to get pregnant, and we just get pregnant just like that every single time. And even with after having my tubal reversal. So this is the longest time, but I'm aware now that my body had to go through a process. It went through birth, carrying a baby for 9 months, then it birthed a baby, and then it fed a baby endlessly. So my body's just has been going through a ton of different things to get to where it's at now. So just if you are that person, just know that you're not alone, and just keep trusting and have faith, and yeah, just don't give up. So I'm going to leave you with that for today. Hope you guys enjoyed my little Q&A. Leave your questions down below, and don't forget to like this video, guys. Until next time, much love.